It's a big show.
I must dig my dig in the mashed potatoes. Go hog.
This is a team sport. It's not a talent-based sport.
We got Bobby fucking Petrino back. If I'm honest with myself right now, it's a cool 12-0. Oh, look at that tornado.
Hello to everybody out there. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate. As always, it is me, XFL Jim. Oh, Jesus. Joined by the illustrious man himself, Chase Sessoms, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oaklawn, a.k.a. sometimes Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessoms. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
Man. I endorse multiple uses of that.
Oh, we're gonna definitely have multiple uses of it. Speaking of which, Erik, down at the bottom, but always top in our minds and hearts, it is Erik, aka Uncle fucking Rico. I need to smash another table, boys.
You do. It's been a while.
Erik looks way too focused on something.
Yeah, I'm distracted right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he's flirting. He's flirting with the little lady, I imagine.
No, I'm trying to find this line.
And when I say little lady, I don't mean like someone who's like cute and like flowery and whatnot. I mean, Erik may or may not be dating what we in the biz call a dwarf. Like 4 foot nothing, stumpy arms. But she can throw it back like nothing.
God, did I ever tell you the Jesus? Did I ever tell you the small person story?
No, I don't think so.
So I was dating this young lady, and she had some really interesting friends. And dude, I kid you the fuck not, she had her friend on speaker, and her friend was a doctor. Her friend's husband was a doctor. One worked during the day, one worked during the night, and he started like working out before, so he'd always leave with a gym bag and before he'd go to work. And then she went on his computer, and like she's telling the story to the girl I'm dating at the time, and she has it on speaker on the couch. And she found small person porn on his computer, and she was convinced that a small person was staying the night.
Oh, you've told us this.
Oh, in the gym bag?
Yeah.
Small person out in the gym bag. And I'm not doing justify. How am I saying it? I'm not doing the story diligence with what this lady was saying, but it was fucking hilarious.
That is the funniest thing.
That is amazing.
I forgot about that story. Yeah.
But also to judge a man and to assume so much about him just from partaking in small person pornography. Who among us has not?
Yeah. Sometimes you got to trick the dick. You don't know what the dick's
Who among us has not? All right, boys. There's a lot going on in the college football world. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start on the games yesterday? Do we want to start on the crazy coaching carousel that is 2025? I guess Penn State finally got their guy.
Is it their guy, their 28th choice?
I don't understand if you're Matt Campbell, why do you leave where you are already the greatest coach in the history? You pretty much have your job secured for until like you don't want it anymore. So I understand like wanting to take on a new challenge and everything, but if I'm Matt Campbell, like I'm super comfortable at Iowa State and I don't go anywhere.
The Matt Campbell of it all, I feel like he was looking for one of the top 3 or like top Midwest-based Big Ten schools to open, because he's just that Midwest of a guy. I understand Penn State's super far east, but just the conference as a whole has that vibe, and it's in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania. I think he might like that vibe of not having to move from Ames to a larger city.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to get what he needs to win at Penn State. Like, they're going to pay the NIL money. They're going to, It's a good coach in that situation who doesn't choke all the time, like James Franklin, is going to have a good job at.
He only has one more top 25 win than James Franklin.
Yeah, but he's been at Iowa State the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
yeah, but I feel like people look at that as like, okay, yeah, but he's been at Iowa State while James Franklin's been at Penn State. The resources aren't comparable in my mind. I saw some people trying to compare this to like Nebraska hiring Mike Riley. And I think Matt Campbell's a much better coach. I feel like he's not old, he's young, he's energetic. I assume he'll be good at doing the whole NIL thing.
And I mean, like, if he's going to move, this is the time with the age of his kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it makes sense for him to do it. Like, personally, like Chase said, I wouldn't go from a place where I can just retire, be the king of the castle. They'll build a statue for me. You know, to go to Penn State, where James Franklin, who had how many 10-win seasons, just got ran out of town because they had a bad year. You know, like, for me, I wouldn't do that. But that is just me.
These coaches are psychopaths, though. Like, they're going to be like, well, if this guy couldn't, maybe I could be the one to turn it around. Maybe I can win a national championship here. They're freaks.
I mean, are you ready for the biggest news in college football?
Which one is it?
The NIL money that's just pouring into Michigan State right now.
Oh, is Pat Fitzgerald activating the fan base?
They had one guy dump up $400 million into the program. $200 million is going into NIL.
So did they just not trust Jonathan Smith? Is that what that was?
I think it has a lot to do with like stadium naming and shit.
Okay. Erik, I didn't get to ask you. What do you think about the old Pat Fitzgerald hire?
I mean, it's really hard to get excited for someone that was 4-20 his last 2 years at freaking Northwestern, but from everything he's saying the right stuff, but you have to keep in mind he's friends with D'Antoni and Izzo.
So like I was torn on it because I think Pat he's a guy that does more with less. I liked what he was doing at Northwestern for the most part.
Like you guys are,
I'm a buddy.
Yeah.
I'm a buddy.
He and Pat are tight.
What up, Pat?
I do worry about the end of Northwestern there for him, and I worry about his ability to have a competent offense ever. And I don't know about these guys, like grabbing these guys who have been out of the game and have not coached at all in the NIL era.
I mean, he's claiming he has studied the NIL, which
Sure. I mean, he went to Northwestern. He's a smart guy, right?
Sure. I'm sure he went to a lot of classes there too.
And then the other big one, I guess we'll talk Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin. He exits the job the same way every time.
Yeah, he just bones out. I had honestly forgotten that he just boned out on Tennessee after 1 year to go to USC. Like, they showed it because they were pissed. But because like I had just completely forgotten about it because he's done this so many times. We should have known like once they started floating names like Florida and LSU, like he was out. He was gone.
And I love how he always has to do it in the messiest way possible.
The messiest possible way. Yeah. I understand Ole Miss being like, okay, you need to tell us what you're doing because they knew he was gone.
The crazy thing to me was like guys like Saban and Herbstreit on game day saying that Ole Miss should let him coach through the playoffs.
No, that's the last thing you want.
So this is how I'm looking at it. Okay. He took Ole Miss to heights they've never been at before. Is this the ceiling for Ole Miss?
Yes.
Depending on how far they get in the playoff, yeah.
But I mean, like back-to-back 10-win seasons. You know what I mean? LSU, he's going to be making more money. He's going to have more money in NIL. And if your goal is really to win a national championship, yeah. You know what I mean? I get it. Like, I would probably do the same thing. Did he handle Did he handle it the right way? Probably not. But everything you read says the guy just loves fucking with people. This is what he likes to do. The other thing is I would try to coach too. Like if I was like switching jobs, and I would ask the coach too. But Old Miss shouldn't do it because they know that that's going to just make those kids more than likely go to LSU. And regardless of the situation, as soon as Old Miss loses,
those kids are gone.
Those kids are gone. Lane's going to be on the phone with them. He sent Weiss Jr. back to be the OC for the game, for the college football run. Most of those kids are just going to follow him to LSU, man.
What do you think about Pete Golden getting like the full job? No, not even an interim.
That's what we call a panic hire in the industry.
Yeah.
We call that a panic hire.
You had the whole national sign, first of like how many national signing days do they have now? 2. Well, the first of those 2 coming up, and they wanted somebody in place, and so they just flailed and took Pete Golding. I don't know. So Ole Miss, I always say this to Jim, and I'll say it for everyone else, is a never had shit college football program, or sports in general, never had shit. And so like I think 10 wins is like the pinnacle of what they can do.
To me, I mean, if they make a decent run in the playoffs, that's something they could do. I
don't care if they're favored in their first playoff game. I'm betting against them.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying if nothing's changed and Lane is still there fully, I was like, they could make a decent run.
Yeah.
If Lane's there, they could fuck around and do some shit.
Yeah, but like that's kind of like the ceiling to me for an Ole Miss right now is like maybe they can make the quarterfinals, and if they get a super lucky draw, all like Notre Dame last year, maybe they can make the championship game, and then who knows?
Where are they projected right now?
I think they didn't lose their spot, so they're still top 6. I think, right? They're number 6.
I think so.
Where's the latest?
So they're right now projected to be getting a home playoff game. Because it's the 6 versus the 11, or is it 6 versus the?
So
10?
Right now they are supposed to play whoever the 11 is going to be, and then winner gets Georgia.
So they're right now projected to play probably Tulane
or Virginia.
Yeah,
but they get Georgia, who, you know what? I kind of actually like their path a little bit because they're playing Georgia for the second time, and that's a big time angle for me in college football.
So
and Texas A&M and Notre Dame have to battle.
Yeah.
Like, geez,
do you see in his contract that LSU, for every like bonus he would have gotten for Ole Miss making it further in the playoff, LSU's going to pay him that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you call having a good agent, Jimmy.
Yeah. For all the bluster that the governor of Louisiana said, it's like we're not gonna bow down to these agents. We're not gonna be taken advantage of. That was a lot of shit.
100%. Jimmy Sexton takes advantage of everybody. He's the unseen hand that rules college football.
What other coaching stuff did we miss? Because obviously
Alex Ghosh went to
Auburn.
You have John Summerall going to Florida.
Summerall, Florida. Then you had Morris to Oklahoma State.
Yep.
And then from the Matt Campbell to Penn State, you had Iowa State grabbing Washington State's head coach, like instantly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
I'm going to say this.
It looks like
is put together a hell of a staff.
Is he?
He poached Faulkner from Georgia Tech.
Okay.
To be the OC
hire.
Golish, who costed South Florida $4 million by not kicking the field goal in the Memphis game, kept Durkin the DC for Auburn.
Yeah, I feel like from what I've heard, that's to keep a lot of Auburn like behind the scenes money happy. A lot of people in the Auburn camp wanted Durkin.
Okay.
Like that's kind of a more. I mean, Durkin's a whatever DC. He was like the defense for Auburn's been good, but it's been good before Durkin too. I don't know. That's fine. And then Kentucky got Will Stein from Oregon. Oregon loses probably both their coordinators because I think Tosh Lupoli is going to go to Cal.
Yeah.
I don't know it's so crazy. Like I feel like more teams right now should be going the interim route instead of playing like the head coach carousel as much as they are. Like there's some good talent out there as offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators that just don't seem to be getting shots as much as they're just kind of reshuffling the deck when it comes to college coaches.
Are you talking body shots or coaching shots?
Either. I don't understand why we got to separate the two.
So right now the openings we have are UCLA still open technically.
The word on the street is Smith is going to take that.
Okay. Trent Dilfer out at UAB. So UAB still
Mort,
open?
They hired Mort.
Okay, got it. Coastal Carolina open. Thank God for finally firing my man Tim back.
Dude,
2 words. It's the only answer.
The hatred for Beck, man.
And then Tulane and Memphis are still open, right?
Is North Texas open too?
No, they got Neil Brown.
Neil Brown, yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't know. I don't know about these G5, like guys who were successful in the G5 and then you retread them.
Maybe. But that's the thing, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day,
is he a Texas guy?
You know, Texas is such a weird place because you have to have, quote unquote, roots there to kind of get into the system. There's so much talent in Texas. I don't think he has any roots. I think that's going to be really hard for him.
True. Unless he does because Matt Rule was the same way, but Matt Rule, if you surround yourself with a bunch of guys that are in big with the Texas high school coaches, you can do stuff. And then the weird one to me, Jim Mora from UConn to Colorado State.
That's all about money though, man.
That's fair.
Money, dude. You know what I mean? That's another one. That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. I feel Jim Mora, with what he did at UConn, should have got a better job. Maybe because he is a West Coast guy. That was the only West Coast job he could have got.
Yeah, because
UCLA's not taking him back. So
yeah, I was gonna say,
you know what I mean? Seriously, maybe he lines himself up there. He starts to get roots, does well. What does Dion got? 3 more years tops left with his health at Colorado. Then Mora can just slide over to Colorado. I mean, just a thought. You know what I mean? Because that move to me just says I want to go west.
And then I like Brian Hartline to USF.
Will that affect? Is he going to coach out?
Yeah, I think most of these schools that are going from coordinator to whatever or G5 to P4, they're being let coach out.
Okay. All right.
And then Chase, what do you feel about your boy Silverfield?
I texted Chase.
Ryan Silverfield from Memphis.
This is such a I don't know what we were thinking. I think we panicked because of, once again, signing day. But I mean, you talk about someone who had FedEx money behind him in a G5 school. And he just couldn't. I don't know, man. I don't know what we were thinking, other than it was just sheer panic. I hate this hire. Fortunately, I've been dead on the inside for a long time when it comes to Razorback football. I was because I mean, I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. If you think it's as bad as I think it is,
I think it's got.
What's his contract?
I don't know. Too much, probably
$6.5 million his first year. With 100,000, okay, 33.5 million over 5 years. I mean, that's cheap enough that it does. This is kind of a punt.
Yeah,
this is a punt.
Let's go after hiring him. They might as well have just gone ahead and started their second coaching hire process, because I don't think he's going to last long. If he comes in and he doesn't win any SEC games like we saw this year, we've seen a couple times in the past, it's getting to the point where the people
2 years he could be gone. Chad Morris was gone in 1.5 years. I think this is just he could surprise me. I mean, he could do a cheese dick and win a national championship after being a terrible coach at Iowa State, but we don't. I mean, I'll have to see who he brings in as his coordinators and stuff. But for me, this is just if I were gonna rank it, I would give it a D-. I always get hesitant about taking these guys who are at a program like a Memphis, who's supposed to be the big spender in the American. They spend the most money. They're supposed to have the most
higher than 4th,
and they never. Not only do they not win the conference ever, but they never finish higher than 4th.
Yeah. See, Memphis, I don't know. I think Memphis has been such like a stepping stone program where like people who coach at Memphis go on to much better things that like they just kind of just assumed like, well, he must be he must be the coaching commodity here because he's at a place that's a stepping stone.
What was old Justin Fuente's record at Memphis?
It was pretty good. Wasn't good at Virginia Tech.
Did he go to Vatech?
Yeah, he went to Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Currently an analyst at Indiana, by the way.
Whew.
And then in a similar move to a Silverfield, a guy that I hold in similar regard, it looks like UConn might be going after Jason Candle from Toledo.
Who's going after Campbell?
UConn. Jason Candle potentially to UConn.
Is that really a move up? That feels like a horizontal or move down.
This might be just a thing that because Toledo's in the same boat as Memphis, where they just they spend the most money, they get the best talent, and they never win. Shout out Sports Facts. You're here for the love of the game. You're here for what we tell you are. We're gonna feed you the slop like the little piggy you are.
Little pig boy.
Come here, little piggy.
I love them. Okay. Quick recap of last night. Kennesaw State loses by 2 to Jacksonville State. The safety killed them. I'm sorry. That sucks. Go Chase for Jayville State. Back-to-back winners of the CUSA. JMU pulls away late, like throttles Troy to end the game, 31-14. Tulane owns North Texas for almost the entire game, 34-21. And Boise, 38 over UNLV, 38-21. UNLV potential frauds of the year.
Thank you. Thank you.
Erik, I've been on your side with this.
Jesus, they're fucking awful. But go ahead.
I think that North Texas could have given Tulane more of a game, but like their starting running back, one of the better running backs in the country, like broke his collarbone or some shit early on and wasn't into play. So I think that really hurt them because they were dropping back and passing pretty much every single down, and they were just pinning their ears back and getting sacks left and right.
Chase, I broke my collarbone yesterday, and I'm here.
This probably so.
Did you guys ever watch old school WWE wrestling?
Oh yeah,
yeah, somewhat.
And like, there's that one thing where like Kurt Angle said, "I broke my neck yesterday, and I'm here." I'm sorry.
So Tulane will probably make the playoffs, I would imagine.
Tulane is in. I mean, the interesting
Tulane
thing
is in.
What happens if Duke fucking wins?
I don't know if you can have Duke in, dude.
I don't know. I think that puts JMU in too.
You think
they were saying, I guess JMU might have already punched their ticket.
Well, so like they already kind of had it set up where the way they do the playoffs, it's like, okay, they had Tulane higher already. North Texas was also higher, so whoever won the American was already in over JMU no matter what. You just kind of need some chaos because no way, I don't think Duke at 8-5 is still ranked.
Yeah, they
have JMU in the rankings.
Yeah, so if Duke wins, then you end up seeing JMU along with Tulane, and then the ACC gets snubbed, which I'm completely fine with, honestly. The fact that you have a 7-5 team.
They also kind of set the precedent where if Texas Tech wins and if they win big enough, they just kick BYU to the curb, and maybe they can like they have it set right now where Miami might be able to jump Notre Dame.
Who do you think belongs in, Miami or Notre Dame? I mean, I think that's like
BYU. I don't get them both out of there and put BYU in.
Dude.
I think if BYU loses by less than 10 points, they should be in. I don't give a fuck.
I know that they lost to Miami.
Love for Puka.
I honestly think that Notre Dame's a better football team over Miami. Like, they've monstered some folks despite losing to Miami in week 1, but people are going to say the head-to-head thing. And I guess you have an argument. I mean, that's definitely an argument, but I think if
the head-to-head thing is like just part of it for me.
Yeah. Because I don't know, if we're talking about the best football matchups, then you have to have Notre Dame in.
The head-to-head is super valid, but also like Miami losing to who they lost to is really like that's not great.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, it would be funny, just one more thing on the actual outcomes. If Duke wins, it would be very, very funny if Manny Diaz won an ACC title at Duke before Miami has ever won one.
That would be pretty good. That would be.
So I'm
with
just
an
gonna say this,
8-5 record.
looking into next year. I mean, can we just all agree we're just going to put Vatech in the college football playoffs?
They're getting all the Penn State's recruits. Franklin knows how to like at least win 10 games.
Franklin is going from coaching against Ryan Day, who's fucking phenomenal, to coaching against Mario Cristobal, Mike Norvell. You know what I mean? Like the step down in competition.
Pat Narduzzi.
He is gonna.
Don't you fucking
So. Yeah, Kennesaw won.
I thought they?
Kennesaw won the game.
I thought they lost from the
I
safety.
thought you just spoke when you said it, dude.
Maybe I did. Did those boys win? Did I misspeak?
Yeah.
Maybe I did. I thought.
Aw.
Shit.
Aw.
Poor Chase.
Aw.
Maybe I was because I was reading it off, so maybe because I did watch it. 1950 Kennesaw State. That was right then.
Aw.
Poor Chase. Poor Chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
You boys ready? Talk some games today. Make some picks.
Let's get after it.
Big 12 championship game coming at your face. 11 a.m. Central Time. BYU at Texas Tech. One of the rematches going on. One of the 3 rematch games going on today. Texas Tech is a 12.5 point favorite. Over under 49.5 plus 390 on the money line for the Cougs.
I got something.
I got something here. We all do. Start it off, Erik.
I just went Roberts over 44.5 receiving yards. Was banged up last weekend since Cincinnati. Healthy now. When he's right, volume plays playmaker. He's gone over this number in 7 games, averaging 64.8 yards, 16.6 yards per reception. Texas Tech strength is a front 7. They're going to limit what BYU wants to do in the running game. BYU struggled running the ball last game. Roberts went over this total when they played earlier. I think Roberts is going to see plenty of work throughout the air. I bet this at 44.5. I'm looking right now. It's drifted up. It's in the 53, 54.5 market range. I'd still play it anything under 57.5.
Well, yeah, to your point, I'm pretty sure this was their match previously was Bachmeier's like most attempts of the season easily.
Yeah.
So they're definitely gonna Texas Tech will want them to air it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Texas Tech is so good in the trenches. That's all.
Oh yeah.
So
Exactly.
I think Roberts is in for a good game. Like I know some people like laddering. Like I wouldn't be against laddering him up too. But I think Roberts is going to be in line for a huge game.
So I know that Texas Tech stomped BYU a couple weeks ago, and I know this is technically a neutral site game with it being in Jerry World. Should be a pretty heavily Texas Tech crowd, you would imagine. But I do think there will be a few more Mormons in attendance here. And I think it's hard to beat a team twice. It makes me think that BYU is actually going to keep this game a little bit tighter than people expect. I'm taking BYU plus the 13. I'm not going to sprinkle here because I do think Tech and that defense probably holds sway here. But I think that BYU 13, considering that Bear Bachmeier, just like every single week, he's learning more as a starting quarterback. He's going to be getting better. I'm going to go ahead and say BYU covers this big ugly number, but they don't win outright.
I like the BYU covering angle. I think BYU's defense is a little underrated. I think they actually, looking back, and I did a little bit of a rewatch of this game. BYU's defense, a little underrated for how many turnovers they gave Texas Tech. Yeah. How many field goals they ended up like holding Texas Tech to and how poorly Texas Tech was doing in the red zone.
Yeah.
I bet the first half under here. First half under 25.5. I think the defense has come to play. I do think Bachmeier, hopefully he balls out. I'm rooting for BYU hard in this one. Maybe they're invigorated by keeping their coach and the crumble cookie money coming in. And they just ball the hell out and they say, hey, guess what? Mormons are rich too.
I could see this also being like
a guy too. Like some guy has
there's a couple different guys. The Mormons have shooters.
I could see this being a backdoor kind of game because if Texas Tech gets way up, what are you going to do? You're probably going to sit your starters because you know that you're going to the playoff.
Texas
Does this
Tech
game matter for Texas? Like Texas Tech lose and they're still in, right?
If they lose this game, we'll bump them down to 6, 7, maybe. They're definitely in. There's no way Texas Tech isn't going to get in.
Also, today at 11 a.m. is Central Time. The Mac Daddy, baby! Miami of Ohio, Western Michigan. The battle for the glory. Western Michigan, 1.5 point favorite here, over under 43.5, plus 102 on the money line.
I got
Miami.
Here. I got.
What do you got, Eric?
I went
Western
Chase. Michigan minus 1.5. This defense is absolutely legit. Lowry, big part of the offense for Western Michigan here. He's topped 114 yards passing in 7 games, and he's facing a Miami defense that is now giving up 206 passing yards per game and 11 yards per reception. Lowry can move the ball. He's going to extend plays, get out of trouble, and most importantly, he does not turn the ball over. This matchup comes down to the trenches. Major problem for Miami. Western Michigan leads the conference in sacks. Tucker for them is a monster. He had double-digit sacks, one of the most productive edge rushers in the country. Now he's going to be facing a Miami third-string freshman quarterback in a championship environment. We need to remember Finn left to go prepare for the NFL draft. I don't know who's telling Finn he's an NFL quarterback, but I mean, that kid seriously needs to take a look in the mirror because you're not an NFL quarterback. He left the team. They went to the backup who has struggled. Then they went to this freshman, Gotkowski, who has looked good, but he has never faced a defense like this. This defense is top 20 success rate against the run and the pass, and they're exceptional at taking away what opposing teams want to do. They're going to take away the run. They're going to force this kid to get back here, and then my boy Tucker is going to make his life a living hell. They're top 30 in defensive success rate against both the run and the pass, top 25, limiting quality drives here. I just think this is just way too much for a freshman quarterback in a championship setting who's third string to go against this defense. I'll take Western Michigan minus 1.5.
Chase, you bet this?
I mean, it's a system play. We got a directional Mich school in the MAC championship. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take them to cover.
I am betting the under. Under 43. Like the defenses here. And I'm not going to be sacrilegious.
Teams are like offensive juggernauts.
No, neither of them are. They both play solid defense, and they both it's good coaching all around. It's going to be a clean, low scoring. It's going to be ethical football.
Ethical football.
Ethical football. That's what we're going to be on.
Complimentary ethical football.
Moving into the afternoon, 3 p.m. Central Time, the SEC championship game. Georgia, Alabama. Georgia 1.5 point favorite here, over under 48.5, plus 105 on the money line. Chase, as the get out your dowsing rods, as the man who always has this game pegged.
Yeah, I know what's up here, and it's going to be Georgia minus the 2. I think that even though that Georgia, I guess, hasn't won this game, they're 0-5 against Alabama when it comes to playing in the SEC championship game. I think it was the stat I saw this morning. But I think Georgia gets it. You're playing a team, once again, playing them twice. These teams seem to flip-flop quite a bit. We don't have the Saban as a dog factor anymore since Kalen DeBoer took over. Give me Georgia here. I think Georgia goes ahead and wins this by at least a field goal.
I was waiting until your pick to actually make my pick, since I've just tailed you on these every single time.
It's true, you have.
I don't know what it is, but your takes with Georgia, Alabama are always spot on. I did bet the over.
Yeah, I see that. Fast indoor.
Yeah.
I have a bet in this game.
Erik.
I just went Horton over 34.5 receiving yards, third on the team in catches and receptions. But when you look at it, every time that they've had a quote unquote big game, he's really stepped up for Bama. He had 65 yards against Georgia earlier. He's gone over this in the 6 games I mentioned. In the biggest matchups, he's just always there. He had 9.9 yards per reception against them last game. I think this is going to be a big game for Horton, especially on that fast turf. So I went Horton over 34.5.
So one thing that I heard this morning that I think plays heavily into this in the Georgia pick is that Jan Miller questionable. Not sure if he's going to play. Their second string tailback out. Josh Cuevas, their tight end, probably out. So yeah, I think that everything's kind of stacking up for Georgia, and just I feel it in my bones, Jim. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my penis everywhere.
Oh wow. Thanks for sharing that, bud.
Yeah.
So my question to you guys: do you guys feel that Alabama needs to win this game?
No, but they need to at least not get blown out, I think. I don't think they need to win. Obviously, if they do lose, they get like a lot of questions about them, but they still have them slotted over Notre Dame and Miami. And I feel like you can't punish them for making like that's the committee's been trying to like do they're trying not to punish teams for making conference championship games.
Even though Dan Lanning's like, fuck it, we don't want to go. Fuck it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's everyone just has to prepare themselves to put a 3-loss Alabama in the playoff.
They probably just like end up being like maybe at worst they're like the 10 seed. Maybe they drop them one spot, and then they get a road playoff game.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably what happens if they lose.
Tonight, 7 p.m. Central. Number 1 versus number 2 in the Big Ten championship game. It's Indiana versus Ohio State in Indianapolis. Blah, blah, blah. Ohio State, 4-point favorite here, over under 46.5 plus 164 on the money line for the Hoosiers.
I got nothing.
I got something.
I bet the over. I bet over 47.5. So.
Give me Indiana on the money line. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take that swing. I feel like Curt Cignetti probably has a sting of getting just mollywomped by Ohio State last year. And I think that he probably built this team specifically to beat Ohio State. I don't want to be on the wrong side of something that Curt Cignetti puts his mind to, quite honestly. And I think that you take the shot here. I mean, he got kind of humbled whenever he said the Google me thing. And I think he's probably put together a team that's going to be able to make a serious run at beating Ohio State here. So I'm going to take him on the money line. It's another one of those games where either one of them can lose, and it doesn't really matter. So, like, how cranked are you going to be if you're Ohio State to win this game? I understand Big Ten championship sort of thing, but still, I think you take the swing and go ahead and say that Indiana gets the win. Are they playing? Where are they playing this game?
Indianapolis.
They're playing it in Indianapolis. Yeah. I'm even more juiced for it.
And I mean, like, I think what Chase said kind of hit the nail in the head. Is that nail in the coffin? Is that whatever the fucking saying is? Yeah. One thing Ohio State has shown us all year is they're playing for the national championship. So they really, I think the two games that cared, the things that cared to them the most, winning the Natty, beating Michigan. I don't really feel this game they give a rat's ass about.
Right.
Maybe winning the Big Ten, but I also feel like there's something to the fact that Indiana's been tested a little bit more. They've had to play in some tight games, like against Oregon, even Penn State, while Ohio State, after week 1, has just been cruising.
And I mean, that's also a good point. Does Day want their freshman quarterback, whose name I'm split,
Julian Sand, baby?
Does he want? No, seriously. Does he want him to have a close game? You know what I mean? To kind of like, okay, you need to drive us in the field goal range to get it.
Does he want him to win the Heisman?
You know,
that's true.
This could be a battle for the winner of this game wins Heisman.
I think
Mendoza.
I think Mendoza sucks.
You think he sucks?
Oh yeah. People are saying whatever team takes him top 10.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's going to be a great NFL quarterback. Erik, picking sucks for a guy who's a good college quarterback is rough. He's a good college quarterback.
Jim, I'm sorry if I have high fucking standards.
He's a good college quarterback.
Jim, I'm sorry if I have high fucking standards.
It kind of reminds me of like Ken Dorsey back in the day, or like what was
an insult to Ken Dorsey? It reminds me of a Chris Winky.
Well, the way I say this is just like the offensive line is just so good. It's like not like he faces any sort of pressure at all. He could get the snap, set it down on the ground, do a couple jumping jacks, pick it back up, and no one will have touched him. So I don't.
If you can't get behind someone who just wants to go 99 yards with the boys, It's my favorite. That's my favorite Mendoza quote. 99
Yeah.
yards with the boys.
There we go.
Also, the doubleheader tonight, also at 7 p.m., ACC championship game. Duke, Virginia. Virginia, a 4-point favorite here. Over-under is 57.5, plus 150 on the money line.
So what odds would you guys have taken if I said a 5-loss Duke would have made a conference championship game?
I would need at least 50 to 1 on that.
Yeah.
At least.
What was the tiebreakers there?
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, some of these teams, I'll give.
It was.
Some of these have them where it's like if they're tied, they go to highest rating teams.
That's what the Mountain West did to get UNLV in there, because the teams that got left out.
It should have been our boys at New Mexico. And speaking of that's a coach that's a coach Eck or whatever his name is.
Jason Eck, coach of the year for me.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that to protect them. You know what I mean? Like, Miami not playing in that game is just killing them. And there is a world, if Duke wins, do they just say fuck you to the ACC and don't give them anything?
There is a world. And then I wonder though if they would just be like, well, Duke's strength of schedule now that they've beaten like a top whatever Virginia team.
Right, propels them
past JMU, who hasn't played anybody, and they just say we got to get somebody in there. But then whoever's playing Duke is like loving life.
Right.
I mean, is there going to be a bigger fade in a bowl game than Miami if they don't make the college football playoffs?
No, it might be Florida State-esque.
I mean,
yeah.
You guys have a take in this game? Because I bet Virginia because they played already.
I know I'm going contrary to everything I've said about, teams playing a team for the second time. I honestly think Virginia covers this. I took a minus the 3.5.
Duke's defense is non-existent basically. And maybe they turn it into a shootout because I do like what they're doing on offense. I like Darian Mensah, but no. It would be okay. So what's the ultimate chaos scenario? BYU wins, Duke wins, Alabama loses, like big to Georgia.
Yeah, I think that would be it. That would be if that happens, we will have no earthly clue who is going to be in the playoffs and where. Because I think that right now, if everyone holds serve, or even with one upset, we still have a pretty good idea of who's going to be where. And what moves.
There are 4 teams that are locked in. I think Texas Tech, Georgia, Indiana, Ohio State are locked in that play.
Yeah,
this week. I think Alabama's kind of locked in unless they get blown out.
Yeah.
So that would do so much. That would be so fun. God, I hope so.
How many losses Bama have? 2?
They have 2 right now. They have lost to Florida State, which everyone's just ignoring, by the way.
Yeah,
everyone's just ignoring the fact that Alabama lost to this Florida State team. And then they have a loss to Oklahoma, and then an almost loss to a not good Auburn team.
Dude, They should have lost that game.
Yeah.
They were outgained by 200 fucking yards. I think Auburn just turned it over again in the fucking red zone.
No, if they get blown out, I think they probably aren't in. Right? They can't be.
Yeah.
And then BYU winning would probably kick out the Notre Dames and Miamis of the world.
I think so, yeah.
The Notre Dames.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think Notre Dame's in. I think Ole Miss is in. I think Texas Tech is in. I think.
Yeah, but what if BYU wins? Then what happens?
BYU wins. I think the ACC just gets screwed.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you end up. I think there's going to be a lot of moral gymnastics going on with how they what they do, what they say to justify putting Notre Dame in. Because I don't think I don't see a playoff without Notre Dame in it.
I don't see a world Notre Dame doesn't make it.
Well, I'm giving you. So right now, if BYU wins, Texas Tech isn't getting kicked out.
Correct.
Texas Tech probably drops from 4 to, I don't know, 8, 9.
They don't drop very far. Yeah.
Yeah. They might still get a home playoff game, but then you still have to have, if Duke wins, you got to have, you're putting Tulane in there. Tulane's already in. You got to put JMU in.
Yep.
If you put Tulane and JMU in right now, that's all your conference champions. If BYU wins, who are you kicking out? If Alabama is still in, and like say Alabama wins or loses close or something, Alabama's still in. If BYU wins, Notre Dame is the chopping block team.
It's true, but they will do all sorts of mental gymnastics to try to justify it.
So you'd have to kick out. Here are the teams you'd have to kick out. You're either kicking out Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, or Oregon.
I could see a scenario where they kick out Ole Miss because Lane Kiffin is gone, just how they did, in the playoff a few years ago when
Jordan Travis. Yeah.
I could see that, but when Lane Kiffin, when this news already came out and they did the most recent rankings, they have Ole Miss as 6.
They improved.
Yeah, they jumped up a spot.
Which is actually kind of funny.
So I don't know how the playoff committee does things. They could change things wildly week in, week out. But I feel like if BYU wins, that's like the worst case scenario for Notre Dame.
Can we just put this out there that possibly like the dumbest man in college football is running the committee right now? Do you know who's running the committee?
It's Joe your Clapp. Check, is it?
Joe Clapp?
Hunter Yurachek for the AD at Arkansas. He just hired Ryan Silverfield, and we're trusting this man to give us a cohesive plan for a 12-team playoff. Get the fuck out of here.
I love it. Any other? I have a couple other plays. I got Lehigh -4, Montana State -27.5. By the way, in the FCS playoffs, a true playoff. Did you guys do any round robins or anything this week?
I have some college basketball and I have a round robin too.
Okay, I've got
locked in a 5-team parlay. Yeah.
I've got a winners parlay, which is Texas Tech, Miami of Ohio, Bama, Virginia, Ohio State. That's just a little 12-1.
We're all winners here, Jim.
Those are all just but I took it's favorites on the money line for some of those. It's gross, but it's 12-1. Chase, what do you got?
We got Virginia -3.5, BYU +12.5, Georgia -2, Hoosiers money line, Western Michigan -2, $20 parlay back 689.44.
Eric, let your college. I've got 3 college basketball picks too.
What do you want? Do you want my round robin or do you want my?
Give me the round robin, damn it.
My round robin is Roberts to have 60+ yards, Horton 60+ yards, Western Michigan -1.5, and then in the UFC, Gaskov even money.
Multi-sport up in this.
Working a little blood sport to it. Let's go.
And then my college basketball bets are not Wisconsin, excuse me. It is Marquette +11.5 against Wisconsin. Northwestern -2.5 against Ohio State. Vatech -3.5 against George Mason. Rutgers +25.5 against Michigan. Fresno +20.5 against Arkansas, and Tennessee -1.5 against Illinois.
College basketball I have right now for you. I'll have the full slate out later. I've just been late making these picks. Duke, Michigan State under 142. Bowling Green on the money line. Ohio State on the money line. And then, of course.
You're taking Ohio State against Northwestern, Jimmy?
Yes, I am.
Are you going head-to-head?
Yes. Oh, man, betting sport. This week it keeps losing its list. I think I would be okay with them eliminating conference championship altogether.
I don't know. Okay, so there's the whole...
You have to fix the conferences, though.
Yeah, well, there's the whole, it doesn't matter because what's happening is, they're going into the playoff. But I make the argument that we just made a Tulane and University of North Texas game mean an entire, just means so much more because it's like an additional play-in game. So I don't know. I can see
that's what I would do though. Is I would replace I would just crown your conference champions or whatever based on schedule, and then I would just have this be like the first week of the playoffs, or be like a set of play-in games. Where like instead of like saying it's Georgia Bama, you have the teams that are on the cusp that they play.
Right.
I mean,
so what I would do, who, my opinion, means shit to all these people, is I would take the top, let's say, take the top 16 teams from the Power Four, and then you take the top 6 or 4 teams from the
group of 5.
Group of 5, and then they have their playing games to go into that bracket.
Yeah, that's what I would do instead of conference championship week.
Eliminate the conference championship because like it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like Oregon got fucked last year, winning the Big Ten. You know what I mean? Like they got screwed winning the Big Ten. So the lunch is just not that important. Do the regular season, that's fine, whatever, who cares? And maybe we're going to get to a point where in college football there is no conferences. It's just one big goulash of teams.
I like the word goulash.
I like that, but also I would hate that because then the committee's just gonna, who they're picking every time.
That's true.
I pick
just like these. There's a handful of teams that will just be in before they even play a game.
And then to end, the XFL gym, dirty, slobby, gross, disgusting. I found a beer bottle in this room a little like last night that had been here that I had like done a tornado out of months ago. There's mold growing in the bottom of the beer bottle.
Oof.
I took a whiff of it last night and almost just yacked everywhere. It was bad.
That's Jim's teaser juice.
The teaser is BYU plus 18, Miami of Ohio plus 8, Bama plus 8. What was that, Eric?
I think for Christmas.
Oh, geez. Eric's internet's killing him.
It's not me this
I was just
time.
going to say Christmas.
The teaser.
You hear me?
No, we didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah. It was like, let me say this. And then it was perfect timing in terms of, it was crazy. Go ahead, Jim.
I'm going to get my teaser real quick, and then we'll listen to you, Eric. BYU plus 18, Miami of Ohio plus 8, Bama plus 8. I'm teasing over 0. Fuck my life. Virginia plus 2.5, Indiana plus 10. It's a plus 350. I could not take Duke. Couldn't take Duke. Okay, Eric, what were you going to say?
I'm just going to buy you a cleaning lady for Christmas.
Sometimes I just live like a slob, Eric, and then I clean the room and then I get like hyper productive, okay?
I got to tell you, I've been to his dwelling before, and I got to tell you, it's pretty nice.
I was going to say the actual house is nice.
Yeah, keeps it clean.
Yeah. That's a lot of the lady. She's like paranoid about that shit. But I clean. She's like she whips me at it.
See, I clean.
Any other takes, boys? We're entering now. We're done with the regular season of college football. We're into it's a new season, and it's about to be my thing that I hate most. One of the things I hate most about college football, where they take an extended break and leave all this momentum for the NFL. I fucking hate it. I hate the break between. Yeah, but like, how long do we have to wait for bowl games?
Only a couple, only like a week.
That's too long.
No,
don't
2
take
weeks,
a week.
Probably 2 weeks because of Navy and.
Army. So you got Army Navy next week.
Did you guys see that Diego Pavia reached out to Donald Trump as a presidential whatever, to expand the college football playoffs to 16 teams?
You know what? Do whatever you got to do.
Did he buy any Trump coin? Because I think that's how you get anything done with him.
I don't know. All I know is he needs a job. But
yeah, yep.
I'm trying to see. Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. December 13th, bowl season.
Yep. with some seriously lackluster games with people who do not give a fuck about the game that they are playing in.
But sometimes those are fun. Like, remember how many
Sometimes
fights
they're
we
fun.
had last year?
Yeah, who was it? Was it Syracuse?
It was
last
like
year that got into a
multiple
big fight?
teams. There was like 6 to 8 different fights in bowl games last year. It was great. The bowl games were way more exciting than like the first round playoff games, just because there was so much like hate.
Here's another knock on Ryan Silverfield, as if I needed to find more reasons to dislike this dude, is that I don't think any of his Memphis teams got into big fights or hit anybody with a helmet or stole a ball from a ball boy or anything. Like, so was he really even a coach of Memphis if his team didn't get into a brawl?
I was gonna say that's not really the Memphis way. Oh, there's
Yeah.
already some bowls locked in. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
ODU versus South Florida. Missouri State versus your boys at Arkansas State, Chase, in the Xbox Bowl.
R.I.P. Bahamas Bowl.
Oh, we miss you, the Bahamas Bowl.
And then Cal at Hawaii for the
Popeye's
Hawaii
Chicken
Bowl.
Bahamas Bowl.
I will be watching the Hawaii Bowl. Any chance that I get to watch JKS again and again and again, I will take that.
So that Old Dominion game, Old Dominion's not going to have their quarterback. God only knows what's going to be going on with South Florida's team with no coaching
With
staff.
Grolsch.
That's
yeah.
probably why that's probably why you can get tickets for
For
$40.
Golish.
That's way too much money, man. I mean,
Yeah, but you're in Orlando.
Orlando's not that fun, dude.
At Camping World Stadium.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's not very fun unless you're at Disney, I think.
Universal. They got Universal.
Yeah, Universal too. If you're not at a theme park.
That's very fair. Thank you all. We love you. Follow Chase at of Oaklawn and at Notorious OTB. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. Follow Erik at EHOT21 Sports. He's hot. He's hot right now, red hot. Follow me at XFL Gym. There's a lot going on. It's basically the off season for me, so I got a lot cooking up. I got a lot brewing. I've taken 2 weeks off basically from really like XFL Gym content. So we're coming in hot. We'll see you guys next time for some more college football and college basketball action. Bye-bye.